This is to educate users about my experience with Kraken. And Kraken is a trading platform. It from the reviews I read, it had mixed reviews, but it seemed like one of the more popular platforms. And basically my intent is to invest in certain cryptocurrencies, be able to send and receive funds, and that's what I use the platform for. So essentially what I did was I set up the Kraken platform maybe about 3-4 weeks ago, and I did a wire transfer from my checking account, my PNC checking account, and those funds went into the Kraken account. Then I used that to invest in various cryptocurrencies and also to send money from Kraken over to one ICO for a particular company to invest in. And that was the extent of what I did. And then about a week and a half ago, I transferred another 25,000 into Kraken with the intent of buying Ethereum. And actually, what I did was I had my checking account linked to Kraken, and I did what apparently was an ACH credit from my account. They allowed me to purchase Ethereum, about $10,000 worth of Ethereum. And then I got a notice that it's going to take a few days for that money to resolve. And so it just kind of sat there invested in Ethereum, waiting for the money to transfer from my account. Well, apparently I got a notice that that transfer did not go through. And then I got a notice from Kraken that I had 72 hours in order to resolve that and get the money into my account to take care of the trades that they had allowed me to initiate. Promptly, I went over to my bank, set up a wire transfer, did a $25,000 transfer to more than cover the $10,000 they had spotted me. And then I got notice that wire transfer went through the same day. The same day they locked my account. I could no longer use my account. They said they gave me 72. We're going to give me 72 hours. However, they locked my account up, so I could not see my funds coming in. And then subsequently the next day, I got a notice that they were closing my account. And then several days went by after I just pounded them with some emails and, messages through their, through the platform, about getting access to my funds and why are you shutting me down? They would give me they wouldn't comment on why they weren't allowing me to use the platform any longer, just stating that they don't have to disclose that. And anyways, I've more than made good on that. But in any case, they locked up my funds for better than 5 days, where I could not see my funds, get access to my funds. Essentially, I just got those funds back like yesterday. So they did transfer those funds back to my account. But meanwhile, I missed out on some opportunity for some investments that I was going to make through the Kraken platform. And it just really upset me, simply because of the lack of communication, the lack of their efforts to resolve the issue in a timely manner. And therefore, I just, I'll say that it's just a very suspicious platform for them to, deny me the ability to trade on it. Aggravates me tremendously. And to have my funds held up, $25,000 is all the money that I had to invest, and it was literally all locked up, and I couldn't, get access to those funds for a lengthy period of time. So there's no phone number to contact them, and and I was basically met. They locked my account, so I couldn't log into the account. Sent reset passwords, never got a response back, found an email address for them, emailed them, they were slow to respond. And I don't mean like by a couple hours, I mean by like a couple of days, So meanwhile, my wife's like, oh, you've lost your money, they're scamming you and, just making me look like a fool, to my family. And and I'm nervous about whether or not I'm going to get my funds back or what kind of resolution I'm going to have. And it just really had me in limbo and in a panic for several days without any communication, So it was just disruptive to my life. So I did, in the end, I finally got my money, but they cost me $6,000 to $7,000 in lost opportunity from some moves that I was planning on making. And then, had I made those moves, I would have been profitable to at least the extent of 6,000. So not only did they tie up my funds for a while, put me in a nervous state of mind, the lack of communication, but there was an opportunity cost, lost opportunity. And for that, I'm super pissed off at them. Honestly, I mean, I came across y'all's website, and it looked like a great platform to get the message out there to hopefully help others avoid the same frustration in the future. I've got nothing to gain or benefit from sharing the experience other than, hopefully pissing somebody at Kraken off, or maybe eventually getting somebody to tell me why they shut my account down and give me some logical explanation. Because I guarantee you there is no reason in the world why they should have shut my account and banned me for life from using the Kraken account. I wasn't doing anything shady at all. I can't imagine that I was doing anything that other users don't do, which is buying some crypto, selling some crypto, transferring some money, to purchase, some tokens in an ICO. I mean, that's all I did. That's it. That's all I did. I mean, the fact that they gave me a 72-hour window to make good on that Ethereum to cover that, I promptly went to the bank, took care of it, sent the wire, and but they didn't give me 72 hours. They shut me down. They shut me down almost immediately in less than 24 hours. So they didn't give me the 72-hour window that they promised me. And then once I did get the funds wired, I couldn't see them in the account. I could see that they left my account, my PNC checking account, but I couldn't see them in my Kraken account because they had done shut me down within a third of the window, that they had allocated. In other words, they were giving me 3 days. I did it within a day. I made good on it and should have had access to my funds, but they didn't follow through on their promise. And anyway, I spent the last few days, dealing with this frustration, and I'm a busy guy. I don't have time to mess with this stuff. I just want to do my trades and, and do what I do and go on about my business. They disrupted my life for several days and, and caused a lot of grief and anguish. And again, opportunity cost. They cost me money, So meanwhile, they had my my funds locked up in Ethereum, which was taking a bit of a nosedive, dropping 4 or 5% over that time period. And I couldn't sell. I couldn't do anything with it. I was just locked up and subject to market fluctuations. When had I had access to the account, I would have made another move, probably settled, swapped for a different crypto.